Jai Hind everyone, myself Akash Dikshit and I am your geography faculty at Pawan Institute for UPSC. Not only geography subject, I also take history and geography optional for you all because this is our demo lecture of geography because in our previous lecture we already completed one history demo lecture so that you will understand how we will cover these subject in our today's in not only in today's batch but also in future batches. So because this is a class of geography, we will try to analyze the importance of geography in UPSC and various state PCS exams, and also we will deal with the pattern, the syllabus of the geography in UPSC, and we will try to bifurcate each and every section of geography, and we will also discuss how we will cover the entire syllabus of the geography in our further classes. So as you know, I am taking your geography, history, and politics section at Pawan Institute for UPSC. This is the first lecture at YouTube, and further lecture of this batch uploaded in our application, that is Pawan Institute for UPSC. Those who want to join in our batches, please go on the Play Store and download our application, that is Pawan Institute for UPSC by Akash sir. And the further classes of this batch you will get there only. Okay. So, in our previous lecture, we are discussing about the human evolution, the theory of Charles Darwin. So, this is the map from where the human beings evolved. This is the rainforest region of the Africa. So, we will discuss in very brief here so that you will also recall these things. But the motto, the goal of our today's lecture is try to understand the basics of geography and what is the importance of geography in our exam, and how we will cover the broad syllabus of geography in very less time, and also try to cover the not only geography but also we will try to connect the geography with the other subjects as well, because I mentioned the quote of Herodotus, who is also known as the father of history. He said, "All history must be treated geographically, and all geography must be treated historically." So, both geography and history are the most important, not only one by one, but when we will correlate these two subjects with each other, then the real outcome of these two subjects comes out. So this is the previous class brief, and the 29th of March 2024 Friday we are taking class. So brief we will try to discuss so that you recall our previous class. So Africa is known as cradle of mankind. Cradle of mankind means this is known as the birthplace of human being. This is a place where the human first evolved on the earth. So that this is known as cradle means palna. So I think in previous lecture I deal with these things in detail. So this is the roughly map of Africa continent. This is 0 degree, that is equator. This is also known as equator. In geography we will deal with the different latitudes, longitudes in detail so that you will understand each and every aspect of geography. And in our today's lecture we also start some part of solar system, some part of latitude and longitude, because students have queries related to what is the difference between latitude and longitude, what is latitude, what is longitude. So we will discuss and we will clear your doubts in this class only. And we will also bifurcate the complete UPSC syllabus as far as UPSC concerned, and we will discuss in how many classes we will cover these topics of the geography, and around I think 80 to 90 class required, because this is a broad syllabus of geography in UPSC. And at first we will try to understand the importance of geography in UPSC as well as state PCS exams such as state PCS such as UP PCS, Bihar PCS, that is BPSC, Rajasthan PCS, there is RAS, Rajasthan Administrative Service. So we will also deal with their important. The subject geography is very important. This is not we can say a subject where you have to only mug up the things. This is a scientific subject. This is totally related to the science. So if you want to prepare for the UPSC and state PCS examination and want to cover the complete syllabus of UPSC with we can say a very detailed analysis, then join with us. If you want to join with us, then in the description box you will also get the link of our application, from where you will download our application and enroll in the batch. So first of all, we will try to discuss the importance of geography subject in UPSC examination, so that you will understand the importance of this subject. Okay, so first of all, I will erase this because this is a previous class content where I covered this, because There I try to build the knowledge of the evolution, and I already covered these few topics of prehistory as far as demo concerned. So the first point is the importance of geography, and after that we will also understand what is the meaning of geography, who is the father of geography, in how many divisions geography divided, why geography is divided in such divisions, everything. So the first point is importance. Importance 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 of geography in prelims. First of all, we will discuss in prelims, because I think as you everyone aware regarding to the UPSC pattern, that is prelims, mains, and interview. Prelims comprises of two papers, that is GS paper 1 and GS paper 2, that is CSAT. These are two MCQ type. Then after that, mains one essay paper. After that, four GS paper 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then after two optional paper, one subject, two optional paper, and one English compulsory paper. And after that, one language paper from 22 languages, which is given in our constitution schedule 8. So we have to choose one, and most probably students choose Hindi, Gujarati, like that. So these are the papers in the mains, and these are the totally descriptive paper. There is no MCQ type in mains. And after mains, personality test, that is interview. So importance in prelims, we will categorize year wise. So we will take 2023 latest year, 2024 2022, because 2024 prelims had rescheduled due to the Lok Sabha elections, 2021 and 2020. So we will analyze 4 years the trend of geography in UPSC prelims exam, and try to understand geography is a very scientific subject, and geography and environment and ecology both are, we can say, are very similar to each other. Both are the complement of each other, we can say. So if we include both geography and environment and ecology, then the number of questions increase more, the number become very huge. And we, if we discuss separately, then you also see the number of questions in, I take the data because I have written this data, because geography analysis, so that these are the data not written on the everywhere. So I take these data from the internet. In 2023, sorry, 2026, 16 question from geography and 14 question from environment and ecology. Environment and ecology, and here pure geography. And in 2022 there are 14 questions again, here on here 14. In 2021, 10 question from here, 17 question from, see here the difference, when here less, here more, maintain the levels. And 2020, 10 here, 10 here. So this is the number of questions in UPSC examination. If we add these two subjects with each other, because I already mentioned these are the complementary of each other, so when we will add these two, then the number becomes 30, 28, 27, here 20. So you will see here, out of 100%, these are the number of questions in UPSC prelims exam. So I already discussed in our previous history demo lecture, where the importance of history is around 20 to 25 question, and here geography, environment, and ecology around again 25 to 30%. If we take lower side, then 45, upper side 55. So here see, only these two subjects, history and geography, both came together, and when we complete these two subjects only, the 50% of UPSC prelims exam is sorted. So try to understand, this is a not only a, we can say a number of questions directly from the previous knowledge, or we can say not a dynamic portion. This include also dynamic portion of current affair. So every year related to the current affair, the questions build, like as in 2021-22 question related from the Gujarat, the temple where the prime minister inaugurated the temple. So this is a very oldest temple, but the examiner make the question with the current affair. So the proper knowledge, the basic knowledge with dynamic knowledge is most important. So around 50%, or we can say 40 to 45% of the exam, only these two subjects cover, history and geography. And when we add polity here, very small recap. When we had polity also, then again more 20 questions. So see here, around 70% of the paper is geography, history, polity, and little bit of current affair, the mix of dynamic portion as well. So here you see the importance of these subjects, so that I am focusing more here. This is the trend. We are not writing here. We found this is the previous data: 16 question from core geography, 14 for the from the environment and ecology. In 2022, 14 from geography, 14 from environment ecology. Why I am adding these two? Because in classes we will cover geography with environment and ecology. Because in geography there are various marine resources. Okay, where are many oceanic resources. In oceanic resources there are different diversities are found. Different insects are found. So in environment we will deal with the different gases, but this is also the part of the geography. In oceanography we will deal with the oceans, their we can say composition. This comes in our environment, because environments also deal with the geography portion. So these both are complement of each other. So number of question, such a magical subject. So this is very important as for a geography subject in UPSC prelims examination. So some of you right now thinking this is only for important for the prelims purpose, not for the mains. So most of the you know that the GS paper 1 of mains is comprised of history, geography, and society. History, geography, and society, GS paper 1 of UPSC mains. And in GS paper 1, around 80 to 100 marks. Around 80 to 100 marks from geography in GS paper 1 of UPSC mains, and not only in GS paper 1 but also in GS paper 3. The portion of disaster management comes under geography, and this syllabus, this topic of disaster and management in GS paper 3 of UPSC mains, and around 60 to 80 marks again come from here. So this is the important, around 200 marks in UPSC mains. And if someone takes geography as optional, 500 marks. This is for all optional subject. But in essay paper of UPSC mains, sometime one essay related to the geography comes, and this essay becomes easier for the geography aspirant, because sometimes question related to the environment, the ozone depletion, the ozone layer depletion. So these kinds of questions come, which is totally related to the geography. So geography is very important for UPSC prelims, and here I also discussed mains as well. So I think this is also very important subject. So this is our first lecture of geography. Here we are trying to analyze this subject and their importance, and further we will move in the deeper part of this subject. But this is the importance in UPSC prelims and mains. Now I erase and move to the state PCS exams, because this is a subject which is not only important for one exam. As you know, geography is a core subject, so the number of questions continuously increasing in each and every exam, and around 20% in every exam. If any exam where the weightage of GS available, then around we can say 20 to 25 questions from geography section. So importance in state PCS exams. State PCS exam, PSC exam, such as in UPPCS, such as in BPSC, such as in RAS, such as in MPPSC, such as in GPSC, around each and every state PCS examination. So here I am discussing the state PCS examination. I am not going with the exact number of questions in year wise, but around how many questions, how many percent of the subject, how many percent of the number of total questions, around 20 to 25% in the all state PCS examination. And if we add the environment and ecology, this percent again increased to 30%, till 30%. So this is very important as far as state PCS exams concerned. And if we will move towards the SSC, around 20%, 15 to 20% question from the geography section. So this is very important for the UPSC as well as state PCS exam. So this is the importance of this subject. And now we will deal with the sources. Which sources we will take to cover the entire syllabus of the geography, because this is also become very important point, because some of you ask me after the class why I am not mentioning here. So which source we will use in class, which reference material, NCERT, all that. So sources sources of geography for UPSC pre as well as mains. The sources, first of all, the most important books, that is NCERT. These are the very wonderful and very important books. Some of you asking old or new. The, we can say, always the battle between old and new, old versus new, old NCERT or geography or new. So I prefer both. If you have new, then okay. If you have old, then okay. Most of the students using new one, but I am not criticizing old ones. These are also good, but take new so that you will get the latest and updated data. So NCERT. Some of you asking me, ask after the class if I am not mentioning here. Then 6 to 12, or some people or some toppers said only 11th and 12th. So this is totally depends on your previous knowledge. If you have no background, you don't know about the earth, you don't know about the geography, each and everything you have, you forget the each and everything which you covered in your school life. So try to take the from class 6 to 12. 6 to 12 for NCERT. These are the Bible books, we can say. For as far as polity, like as people say, topper say Bible is Lakshmikant. So for geography, 6 to 12 for beginner. Not I said beginner. We can add here. We can say the fresher one. Fresher means who don't have a good knowledge regarding to the syllabus. And the expert one who knows the basics things, then take only the 11th two book and 12th two books, total four books. These are the most important one. These are these books from where each and every question related in prelims exam. So as far as NCERT for the beginner and for the people who know something. NCERT second one is for the physical geography purpose, people using GC Leong, and we will also deal in these classes. GC Leong, this is a basically a physical geography book. Physical geography. So GC Leong, and the third one is we will take in we will cover these books in our classes. That is Savinder Singh sir's book. This is a wonderful book, Savinder Singh sir book, because people who takes geography as an optional, they cover these books. So we take the reference of Savinder Singh sir book, because we have to cover each and everything. From NCERT, we will cover the basics. From GC Leong, we will especially cover the physical geography. Last chapters of GC Leong is very important. And from Savinder Singh, we will also cover the physical geography. Savinder Singh sir has written separate books for the physical geography, and also he is a very good writer. So the student of geography optional use the Savinder Singh sir books, and these are the sources. And after the class, we will deal with the previous year questions, MCQ, answer writing practice, each and everything included in this way. So these are the sources of the geography, and I think this is clear to everyone. Because at the starting, if everything clear, then there will be no problem in future. So this is the sources of the geography. Now we will start the basic thing, and after the basic, we will discuss the syllabus and pattern, and after that, we will over our today's lecture. So geography, what is the meaning of geography? In basic terms, what is the meaning of geography? Study of Earth. Study of Earth. This is the meaning of geography. What is geography? If someone asks, the study of our Earth is known as the geography. So geography is a word which comes from two words, geo and graphy. What the meaning of geo? Geo means earth, and graphy means study to learn. So graphy means study. So here the word comes, geography means study of our earth, and this is a Greek word. So geography means study of our earth. Some people ask me who is the father of the geography. Father, because in state PCS exams question comes, there is controversy between Hecataeus versus Eratosthenes. So if the option of Hecataeus available and option of Eratosthenes both available, then you have to go with the Hecataeus. If the option Hecataeus is not available, obviously you have to go with the Eratosthenes, but real father is Hecataeus. In some exam, the option of Hecataeus is not available, so you have to go with the Eratosthenes. So he is the father of geography, and what is the meaning of geography is study of our beautiful earth. So this is a basic thing, so that you understand these two words geo and graphy. These two words come together and form geography. And the father is Hecataeus. This is also clear, I think. And now the division. The most important point is division of the geography. Why we will divide? We will divide to study in detail division of geography. So geography is basically divided into two, or we can say three major parts. The first one is physical geography. Physical geography. Second one is political political geography, and third one is world geography. World geography. So these are the three basic divisions of geography: physical geography, political geography, and world geography. In physical geography, there are few important topics. Not this is These are not only the topics; these are also, we can say, small subject. In physical geography, biggest topic is geomorphology. Second is oceanography. Third one is climatology. So these are the very important further divisions of the physical geography, and these are the one of the most important. These will build the foundation of the whole, we can say, geography. And in political geography, we will discuss the countries, boundary, their location, and these kinds of things. In world geography, we will also deal with the world specific, fic, sorry, world specific things, such as in which country, which kinds of materials are available. So these kinds of things. So we can say a father of geography, we can say a backbone of the geography is physical geography. If you not cover the physical geography, then you will never understand the geography. So some of you ask question, which topics comes under the physical geography. So clear here, physical geography deals with the topics such as, I take here, such as the details about rivers, the details about how volcanoes comes, how earthquake comes, how earth made, and also the interior of the earth. These are the important topics. This will build up the, we can say, foundation, how earth evolved, how planets made, what are the composition of various things in the formation of the earth. So this is the basic thing regarding to physical geography, and this is around, we can say, takes 60% weightage in the subject. Physical geography is very important. Second one is political geography. From the word political, you understand the political boundary of the countries, states, all that, and the countries boundaries, their locations. In world geography, we will deal with the country specific. And in political geography, there are different countries, their geography. So, in as far as UPSC concerned, as far as India concerned, we will deal here the geography of India. And in India, we also take physical and political. We will cover in detail because this is important for us. The physical geography of India, the political geography of India, this is most important for us. We will cover, these are the foundation: geomorphology, oceanography, climatology. These are the foundational, we can say, topic. World geography will not cover in detail. There will be no issue, but we will cover this also. But this is most important, and this is also very important because this will build our foundation, and we will correlate with this, because same thing happened if the process of earthquake we will understand, then we will also understand how the earthquake comes in Barren Iceland. Each and everything clear, because the physical geography deals with the earthquake, volcanoes, these things, rivers, mountains, how mountains are formed. So this is totally a physical geography of India, how the rivers flow, what are the slope, what is the V-shaped valley, what is U-shaped valley, what are the gorges, how they formed, when U-shaped valley formed, when V-shaped valley formed. This is totally deals with the physical geography, and in Indian context, we will deal with the physical geography of India. So this is, I think, clear to everyone, and this is the bifurcation of division of UPSC subject, that is geography. I think this is clear to everyone, and we will take around here, around I think 20 class for that, 15 class for this, 12 class for for here, and I miss one here. I around 10 class. Political geography around 35 class, world geography around 30 class. So I think this will take around 100 to 120 class for entire world political and physical geography. And if we once cover this entire syllabus, there will be no issue in our further exam, there will be no issue in this subject. So I think this is also clear, the division of geography, the syllabus of geography. Syllabus comes in GS paper prelims and in GS paper 1 and 3. So this is clear. Now we will deal some basic details of solar system, because aspirants ask their query related to solar system. Please discuss about the solar system, and few of you also ask about the what is the difference between latitude and longitude. Please try to clear, so I will clear that also. So here the point of division over. Geography is very important subject, and if you understand the geography, this is very scientific, and this will help you throughout your preparation. So the point is, the important point is, because some people have what we can say doubt. The topic one is solar system, and the topic two is what? Latitude and longitude. People have doubt. So here we will first cover the solar system. So solar system, as you know, solar system is comprised of sun, moon, 8 planets. Here I write 8P, 8 planets, asteroids, meteoroids. These comprise, came together, form solar system. Who is the head? Who is the father of the solar system? Who is the we can say a leader of the solar system? That is sun at the center. What is the composition of sun? Hydrogen and helium. These both two came together and form the process of fusion and fission related to here. The most important point is about the solar system is this comprise of sun, moon, 8 planets, asteroids, meteoroids, and the we can say the composition of sun is hydrogen and helium. And the process of fusion is, what is the meaning of fusion? Fusion means when two bodies came together and we collide with each other. This is a fusion. Fusion means explosive, we can say a fire. So this is a fission. So this is, I think, also clear. So solar system is important topic as far as state PCS exams. In UPSC sometimes question comes might the following type. So in the solar system, sun at the center, and the number of planets total 8 in the distance wise manner. Mercury, now Mercury after Venus, then Earth. The size of Earth and Venus is approximately same. Then Mars, then Jupiter, then Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So the nearest planet to the Sun is Mercury, second is Venus, third is Earth. This is the first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth. I will make the clear diagram. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. This is fifth, this is sixth, this is seventh, and this is eighth. So this is the distance from the sun. The nearest one is Mercury and the farthest one is Neptune. Jupiter is the largest planet of the solar system. This is also very important. The Jupiter is the largest and Mercury is the smallest. So Mercury is the smallest planet and Jupiter is the largest planet, and the Earth twin is Venus. The blue planet is Earth. Jupiter is the biggest planet, and these four planets are, we can say, a gaseous planet. These are the rocky planet. So these are the basic things. The doubt of the aspirant is their number, their serial, their distance, increasing and decreasing order. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn and Uranus, these are the 8th planet, and the nearest one is Mercury and the farthest is Neptune. I think this is clear to everyone. Because this is a demo lecture of syllabus and the importance discussion. So as for a doubt concern, we will take more classes on this, but in very brief, in very quick manner, we are covering the doubts. Second one is latitude and longitude. This is the second doubt of aspirant. So this is the equator, that is 0 degree. Yes, I covered in detail so that you will understand in future. This is only for those who know the basics of geography. This is 0 degree, this is 23.5 degree north, this is 66.5 degree north, this is 90 degree north pole, this is 90 degree south pole, 66.5 degree south, 23.5 degree south. This is equator, this is Tropic of Capricorn. This is Tropic of Cancer. The fact is, the people who lived in this latitude have more number of cancer patients. This is Arctic Circle. This is Antarctic Circle. This is South Pole. This is North Pole. So the line, this is east, this is west, this is north, this is south. So what is latitude? The lines which runs from east to west or west to east to west or west to east, west to east, east or east to west. These are known as latitudinal lines. Second point is, what is latitudinal lines? The line which is parallel to equator. Parallel means the angle between these two is 90 degree, always 90. So parallel lines parallel to the what? Equator, that is 0 degree. This is clear. Total how many parallel lines available? So this is task for you all. Total how many latitudinal lines? This is the point. The line which runs east to west and is parallel to the latitude. What is the longitude? You see in the map, these are the horizontal line. North to south always meet at the poles. So the horizontal lines, and these are the lines which from north to south or south to north and always meet at the poles. The distance between these two at poles is 0 kilometer. So this is latitude, this is longitude. This is clear. I think the line which is parallel to equator is latitude, and the horizontal line totally opposite to the latitude is longitude. So I think this is basic things regarding to latitude and longitude. Latitude is important as far as climate concern. Their importance is also important. So this is totally deal with the climate, weather and all, and longitude is totally deal with the time, date and time. Here I also we will deal with the date line, international date line. So this is concerned with the what? Time. This is latitude is totally depends or concerned with the climate and day and night. So I think this is clear to everyone. This is our today's lecture. We will cover the basics of geography, importance of geography, the syllabus of geography, the pattern of the geography, each and everything. The notes of this lecture you will get in our official website, that is onlystudios.com, onlystudios.in. Those who want to purchase our UPSC special notes package, please visit at our official website buyupscnotes.online. If you want to join in our this batch, then please visit on Play Store, search Pawan Institute for UPSC by Akash sir, download our application and enroll in this batch. And the most important point, if you have any kinds of doubt, any kinds of suggestion regarding to this class, please let me know in the comment box. I will definitely answer your all doubt. And if I committed any kinds of mistakes in this lecture, then sorry for that. I will try to increase our efficiency, try to, we can say, learn from the experiences. And if I commit anything wrong here, please let me know in the comment box. I will always happy to change in our personality. And this is all about today's lecture. We will meet in our next lecture. Till then, be focused, keep studying, believe in yourself with patience, perseverance and dedication. If you uh, decide any goal with, and if you work hard with patience, perseverance and dedication, you will surely get your target. Because if you shine like a sun, if you want to shine like a sun, then you have to burn like a sun. So with these notes, with these voices, I am ending our today's lecture. We will meet again in new lecture. Till then, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.